Everyone went back to their stations, but their ears were tuned in. They kept sneaking looks at the clown in the corner. Melody didn't move. She crossed her arms and stood off to the side, watching me with suspicion and curiosity. "I need some tools," I told her. She raised an eyebrow. "What tools? They're in the warehouse. Get them yourself." I shook my head and rattled off something in German. Melody's face went blank. She didn't really understand, but the clean German pronunciation wiped some of the contempt off her face. "What did you say?" I switched back to English. "A German-made Hoffman tool set, 16 sockets, a torque wrench, and a precision micrometer set. They came with this machine when the factory was built. Should be in a silver metal box." Donald Winston, the workshop supervisor, and a longtime maintenance guy, scoffed. "Hey, Mr. Ziegler, you think this is your house? Like you know where everything is? We don't have anything like that here." I kept it calm. "Yeah, you do. Second shelf in the warehouse, third box from the top. Should have an Arsatzteile label on it." Donald's face changed instantly. Arsatzteile is German for spare parts. That label was there, but hardly anyone in the factory could read it. Melody's eyes flickered. "Mr. Winston, go check," Donald muttered. "I bet he's just guessing." He grabbed 2 workers and headed for the warehouse. A few minutes later, the 3 of them came back carrying a dusty silver metal box, looking stunned. They opened it. Inside, a brand new gleaming set of German-made tools sat in red velvet lining. The packing oil was still wet. Donald's face went red, then white. A few gasps came from the crowd. Melody looked at me totally differently now. I ignored all of it. I pulled my reading glasses out of my pocket and grabbed a half-meter metal stethoscope from the box. I didn't open a single electrical panel. I didn't hook up any diagnostic gear. I just pressed one end of the stethoscope against the spindle housing. Then I leaned down and pressed the other end to my ear. I closed my eyes. "Ha, who's he putting on a show for?" some young worker whispered. "Right? Like he's some expert. Just listen and he'll figure it out." Melody frowned too. She didn't get what I was doing. I tuned them out. The whole world shrank down to me and the machine. I could hear the tiny stuff inside, the barely audible friction grinding between gears, the subtle drag when the guide rails moved, the soft pop of bubbles in the lubricating oil lines. To anyone else, it was just noise. To me, it was a clear-as-day report on what was wrong. I stayed there for a solid 10 minutes. Then I stood up and took off my glasses. I ran my rough hands along the cold seams of the guide rails, slow, like I was touching someone's skin. My fingertips could feel the misalignment, down to the micron. "Well?" Melody couldn't hold back anymore. Her voice had no contempt left in it, just confusion. I turned to her and to Bill and the workers who'd crowded around again. I told them what I'd found. It's not a circuit problem. The XY axis transmission module took a hard hit during shipping or installation. The mechanical accuracy is gone, permanently. Best guess, we're talking at least 50 microns off, probably more. The workshop exploded. Melody's eyes went wide. She rushed to a desk, pulled a report off a stack, and held it up. "But the joint report from those 8 experts said the main control chip overloaded and burned out. The driver board was bad. They told us to swap the whole motherboard and servo system." The report had main control chip failure highlighted in red. The repair quote underneath, $1.2 million. I glanced at it and smirked. "They're wrong." "How are you so sure?" Melody pushed. I pointed at a small hexagonal bolt on the machine base. "This bolt is one of the reference bolts. They get calibrated horizontally at the factory. The tightening torque is strict. Tolerance can't go over 0.1 Nm. I ran my fingers over it, but the torque on this bolt is off. Someone tightened it twice, and whoever did it was an amateur. They didn't calibrate it, and they wrecked the stress balance that the factory set up for the whole base. That's the real reason the precision is shot." As for the circuit alarm, I paused. The mechanical issue overloaded the servo motor. The system's self-protection kicked in. That's all. The